Hi students, Department of Technical Education, Telangana. My name is T. Rajshekar, working as a lecturer in Civil Engineering Department in SRRS Sri Rajarajeshwara Swami Government Polytechnic Sircilla. Today I am going to teach you the subject of leveling survey, and this is for the first year second sem diploma in civil engineering students, and your subject code is 18C 205C. This is your subject code, and today we are going to discuss the topic on concept and calculation of RLs, that is known as subtopic is principle of leveling. So in the previous class we have discussed regarding from the first chapter, that is definition of levelings and component parts of dumpy level and types of dumpy level instruments which are used for the leveling and types of benchmarks. Okay, so that all we have seen in the unit 1, and this is the unit 2 we are going to see now. Objectives: on completion of this period you would be able to know principle of leveling, simple leveling, differential leveling. So we have in this chapter regarding simple leveling and differential leveling, okay, and the principle of leveling, how this leveling has started and what is the principle we are following in the leveling. So we have discussed that in the last class, technical terms in leveling and the types of benchmarks. So let us see now principle of leveling. So what is the principle of leveling? The function of leveling instrument is to furnish a horizontal line of sight. So as you know, all of you, that is horizontal line of sight is in a center of the line of axis from the instrument of the telescope. So that is known as horizontal line of sight. So this line of sight is very important, which falls on the staff, that is on the level staff, which shows the line of sight is our measurement. And here the leveling staff is to denote the vertical distance of the station below or above the line of sight. So this vertical distance will be depending upon the station or below or above the line of sight. That means on the ground we can see the instrument is fixed on the ground. Okay, so here whatever the line of sight which is passing on the leveling staff, you can see here the station will be just below or above the line of sight. So in these conditions it will be below or above. So that is in the some rare functions. Okay, and the main function of leveling is either to determine the elevations or reduced levels of the points, or determine the difference in elevation of the given points. So the main principle is on the ground level. Okay, on the ground level, a surface ground level, this duty is to the principle of leveling is we have to know the level differences between the ground. We will know the differences between the ground levels, that is how much difference is different between from the one point to another point. By this leveling we can know, and the difference in elevations. Okay, we can determine or keep the points on the ground, so that we can make any construction or any purpose of the use in the survey. So that is nothing but we can find out the ground levels with the help of the instrument by seeing the levels to the all in the ground. The first step in leveling is to determine the elevation of line of collimation by taking a backside reading on known elevation or BM as shown in the figure 1. So the first step is nothing but we have to take the backside reading. That is, our concept is first of all on the ground level, when we fix the instrument we will have a benchmark. We will have a benchmark, a level staff. At the down we will have a benchmark. This square box is our benchmark. So on the benchmark we have to keep the leveling staff, then we have to sight from the instrument on the leveling staff. So when you sight from the leveling staff, you will be getting the reading. That is known as, we will call, the first reading what you are seeing on the benchmark is called back sight. It is not any other reading, it is called back sight, and here the benchmark reading will be there. The benchmark, if it is not given, we have to take as an example 100.00. That is the normal standard benchmark reading for the practical whatever we are doing in the field. Okay, so that is an average normal standard 100.00. In some cases, if in the original site we are working as an engineer, in the conditions of site we will have the benchmark readings. So from that benchmark we have to calculate the height of the instrument. Okay, so we will calculate the here from the line of collimation, that is known as HI, up to the ground level. Then we will get the instrument of the height of the instrument. We will call the HI or HC. HC means line height of collimation. So we will call the HI or HC. So that is the first principle. And to get the height of collimation, backside reading is to be added to the reduced level of benchmark. So what I have said now, that is the main thing. Okay, that is the formula is equal to HI is equal to RL plus RL of benchmark plus backside. So this is a formula very important to get the height of the instrument. We can write HI or HC. And other readings taken from the same setup may be either intermediate sides or foresight. So other readings which are taken, that is known as from the setup of the instrument. So in this instrument, whatever the readings we are taking, if you turn this telescope to the right side, another reading from you are taking here, so this staff will be the IS in between for FS, and if you continue this to the another reading, the last reading will be the FS, that is foresight. So in between reading whatever it is there, that is IS. Okay, but whatever the first reading what you are taking is known as backside, and in intermediate sides which we are getting in the middle of the between backside and foresight is known as intermediate side, and the last one is called foresight. So here, before shifting the instrument, foresight reading is to be taken as a last stop reading. So when we are shifting the instrument from here to any other point here, okay, somewhere I am drawing here. So from here if you are shifting, so we have to take the FS reading compulsory. We have to take the FS reading compulsory as a last stop reading. So this is the main concept of leveling. So wherever you do the leveling process, this is the main concept. Okay, so the leveling process is nothing but taking the measurements on the ground undulating areas. Okay, elevation will be differences between the ground levels. In any situations we can do the leveling. So in earthwork observations of a buildings, of a bridges, of any dams, okay, in contours also it will be useful, calculation of reservoirs, areas. Okay, so in all purposes this principle of leveling will be followed compulsory. So now let us see the simple leveling principle. So as you see in the diagram here, a person is called, he is a level man, okay, and he is a staff man. As we have discussed in our previous seasons, the person who is seeing from the instrument is called level man, and he will be the leader, and the person who is catching the staff, he will be the follower. Okay, so from the leader the instructions will be followed by the staff man. So whether the staff should be in the correct position in the vertical. So you can see here at the bottom a peg is there. So that is known as a wood type or any peg fixed on the ground on the peg. So this staff is kept and he is seeing the reading. Okay, so the reading is nothing but here it is got 1260, nothing but it is nothing but 1.260 meters. So it is written as 1260 in mm. Okay, now you can see here the right side, this is called graduated staff. This is called graduated staff. So it is with the readings, and this is called horizontal line of sight. That is nothing but center of the line of axis from the telescope. This is called level. Okay, the first reading what we are seeing is known as BS, backside, and the second reading, that is now called last reading, is called FS. So you can see here the benchmark is there. This is our benchmark. So from the benchmark level at the bottom, you can see this is called HI. So to get the HI, our formula is HI is equal to RL of benchmark plus BS. So this is the benchmark and this is the BS. Then we will get the HI. Okay. And if you want to get the RL of station B, so we are having two stations. So this is the RL of A. So as we know, RL of station, that is known as benchmark, it was given. Okay. If you want to get the RL of station B, then we have to do RL of B is equal to HI minus FS. So what is HI? The height of the instrument, what you got. Okay. So from this we have to remove the FS reading. Whatever we got the final reading, that is known as FS, foresight. So then we will get the reading of station point of reduced level of B, and this is called datum line of ground. So this is the datum line of ground from the mean sea level. Okay, so you can see here backside minus foresight is equal to B minus F, that is known as sigma H. So this is the direction of travel. It shows the direction of travel which the instrument will be going from in this way. So this is the simple leveling process. For everything we will do like this only. Okay, whenever the 2 points, if you want to know the difference between the A and B, here we want to know the differences between A and B, okay, ground levels, then you can identify simply by this simple leveling process. So another example is given. Backside is 1.900 and the foresight is 1.800. You can see here the instrument is fixed with 3 legs, tripod stand. This is our telescope, and the benchmark is given, that is 200.00 meters. Okay, and here 2 station points are there. One is A and another one is B. So here the difference in elevation between 2 points, which can be seen from a single position of the leveling instrument. So this is called a leveling instrument. So we will be kept on the ground. So this is totally a ground level. So on this ground level we kept the instrument. We will be seeing the first in this direction, that is BS, and after that you turn the telescope to this right side and we will see the in this direction right side, that is called FS. First one is BS. So as per we will get the in our formula, that is height of collimation is equal to RL of BM plus BS. So this height of collimation will be getting from here, that is exactly from the line of collimation. This is called HI. Okay, this is called HI, height of the instrument. Here RL of benchmark is given how much? 200. Okay, we can see here 200 was given, and backside how much was given? Backside is given 1.900. Okay, so then you add it, then you do this one, 200 plus 1.90 is equal to 201.90. This is what we are getting is known as height of collimation. Okay, we get the now we know the height of collimation or height of the instrument. And next, if you want to know the RL of IS, okay, reading at B, that is known as RL of B reading. We want to know the register level of this point. Okay, So RL of B is equal to HC minus Fs. So HC, or we can write HI, height of the collimation or height of the instrument, that is known as Fs. Then is equal to, we got the reading which is 201.190 minus Fs is how much, 1.800, that we have to write here. Then we will get the 200.10 meters. Then you got now RL of station B also. So this is the process we have to do in the simple leveling itself. Okay, this simple leveling is the starting concept of the principle. So wherever, if you want to measure the two level difference between the grounds or any elevation levels, so this is a process very easiest way to do with the help of instrument. So in this way we have to do the simple leveling problems. Okay, so from the figure 1, this is ground level, RL of benchmark is 100, a instrument is fixed on the ground. So a person is seeing to the, a staff is produced on the RL of benchmark. So first side is nothing but back side we are sighting, that is called 1.800. Another reading is came in between, that is called intermediate side, name it as A, 1.820, and after that again come into the left side, a station point B is produced. So to the B a line is produced, that is known as intermediate side 1.900. After that the last will be there, that is station point C. So this is called Fs, 1.950. So like this we have to see compulsory first back side, after that IS, and after that again turn the telescope to the right side, that is IS and Fs. Okay, this is the example. So let the RL of benchmark is equal to 100. Okay, height of collimation is equal to RL of benchmark plus backside reading. So RL of benchmark is 100 and backside reading is how much, 1.800. Okay, so we have to take 1.800 is equal to, we will get 101.80. Okay, then now to know the RL of point, which point we want to know, RL of point A or RL of point B. So we can know every RL. So first we let us see the RL of point A. So RL of point is equal to HI minus IS or Fs. If you want to get here in between the IS or Fs, we can take. So the reduced level of IS reading at A, intermediate side reading at A, that is equal to, so what is the reading we got, that is known as the formula we have, which is HI minus IS or Fs. So we have to take HI how much, 101.800 minus what we have to take in the case of IS or Fs, IS. So IS is 1.82. So this is 1.82. Then we will get 99.98 meters is the station A. Here we will get 99.98 meters. So the first station point is 100 and the difference between the here from this point to A is 99.89 meters. Okay, the difference is there somewhere. Then after coming to here, the next point is reduced level of intermediate side reading at B. So then coming to the intermediate sighting of B, so what we have to take, again this formula only, HI minus IS or Fs. So now let us say what is the reading we have, IS. So what is the height of the instrument, 101.80. Then you transfer this reading here to in the second one, 101.80 minus how much the IS reading, 1.900. So take this as and it will get 99.90 meters. So now station B is equal to 99.90 meters. So this is a station point B. Okay. Now after coming to here, now the next point whatever it is pending is called C. So here the last one is, you can see the reduced level of IS reading at C is equal to, so we have to say now what we have to take, HA minus IS, or in the case of FS, now let us say HA minus FS. So HA is equal to 101.80. So save, it will come to the third one. Okay, and here we have that is called IS or FS. FS we have to take because it is the last stop reading 1.950. Then we will get the reading as 99.85 meters. So in the station C we got that is 99.85 meters. So this is the process of calculating the reduced levels and height of instrument method. Okay, height of instrument in station points, and or else we have to calculate like this. So nothing but this is totally a simple leveling. Okay, this is totally a simple leveling process. Wherever if you want to know the ground levels, and we will be getting the RLs points in these cases. Okay, A, B and C, these are all known as reduced levels. So mind it, this is very important for your future, because when after becoming a civil engineer, this is our first step when we do in the site. Okay, in the site premises, if you want to calculate the earthwork excavation and earthwork levels, normally we want to take the ground levels. Okay, suppose a area is there. Okay, an area is like this there. In this place we are going to construct a building or any work. So we want to know the area of this total. Okay, then we have to take in a proper way. Okay, any chain line method or any straight line or any parallel method. So we can take different any lines type. Okay, so by chain or tape we will keeping the lines, and if you fix the instrument on the ground at any point, then after you can take, so at this place we will be taking the points. Okay, so these points are called nothing but you are getting, first point will be the back side, and in between the intermediate side points which we are getting, those known as IS, and the last point whatever you are taking, that is called foresight. So these are all called normally ground level points. Whatever you got now, these are all called ground levels. So ground leveling is in this between. So from this level, if you dig the earthwork, okay, if you dig the earthwork, now here it is 99.90. If you dig up to a 2 meters, okay, then we have to remove 99.90 minus 2 meters. Then we will get another reading, that is 97.80 or 10. So that reading is known as the bottom level of here. Okay, so there is the difference between the two, upper ground level and bottom of the ground level. So these will be useful in the leveling process when we are doing in the field. So this is a very important work to learn and practice very well. So now let us see another one called differential leveling. So this is the another differential leveling. So this is rarely and extremely used in the site premises for the construction of roads and as well as in the hills places, okay, in undulating ground areas. So let us see here definition of backside and foreside is, you can see in the question, elevation of line of sight HI is equal to BM elevation plus backside BM. As we know this formula, and elevation of point X is equal to HI minus FS at X. Okay, so consider X a new BM and repeat for another point, etc. So as we know, this is our same, just like a simple leveling process. So our instrument is fixed here on a hill type structure. So this is the hill type of structure. You can see the blue color line which is there, and the first reading we are seeing, that is known as backside, that is on the elevation point he has given, that is our benchmark 820.00. okay, and the next reading whatever we are seeing, that is known as foresight. So that we will be taking on the point X. Okay, so this is known as FS at X. So we want to know the height of the instrument. We have got from the height of the instrument also 828.42. Already it was calculated, that is known as 828. So how it is got? So HI is equal to RL is how much? 820 point, and the backside reading is given, that is 8.42 something. Okay, so 820 plus 8.42, if you do, you will get the sum 828.42. so that is known as height of the instrument. Then after that, if you want to know the RL of station point at X, then we have to know, that is HI minus Fs. Okay, so 828.42 minus, we will do the elevation point of Fs. Fs is 1.20. okay, 1.2011. so with that we will get the elevation is 827.22. so same as in the simple leveling process only, but here we are getting the difference level between these grounds. You can observe here the difference will be getting from here. This is the actual differential leveling what we have to do. So in this, the difference in the elevation between 2 points is determined by differential leveling when number of setup of leveling instruments is required. Okay, so in differential leveling we will know the difference between the 2 points, that is in the undulating area or in any hill type areas, okay, or any slope type areas, we will know very clearly. So in this, RL of last point Q minus RL of first point P, that is nothing but sigma backside readings minus sigma foresight readings. So this is the formula you can see. So this is the process you can see we are explaining. So this is the first point on the benchmark we have kept. This is the point P, and this is the last point is Q. So the first point what we are taking the reading is called backside. Okay, and then after, this is the first reading we are seeing here, and then you see the reading to the foresight. So in foresight, and after again you change the instrument to the point here, that is another point. Okay, you name it as station point as A, B, C and D. Okay, so A, B and C. So from the station A point it is completed, again it will come to the station point B. In the station point B again you cite backside. Okay, and wherever the foresight and backside comes, that is called change point 1. Okay, that is nothing but change point. Why it is change point 1? Because the instrument is shifting from A to B. That's why we will call it as change point 1. Okay, and again you see the reading to the backside. Then after, again the instrument will be changed from B to C. So from B to C, when it is shifted, again same process will be happen, that is backside, okay, and foresight. So again whenever these two meet, foresight and backside, it is called change point 2. Again the instrument will be shifted from here, that is in the point D. Okay, foresight will be seen, again the backside will be seen. Now the last but least reading is called foresight at the point Q. Okay, so like this we have to shift the instrument from one point to another point. So why we are shifting, why cannot do at one point only? These all readings means because this ground level is will be undulating. So here we cannot see with the level stop. In some cases leveling stop will be going down, the instrument will be high. In some cases the stop will be going up, the instrument will be very low. So that's why we have to calculate by shifting the instrument up to the end of the survey. Okay, so like this we have to do the differential leveling. So this is our field book. So field book will be like this. This is, we have to write here from means we have to write whatever the work we are starting here from any of our college point. Okay, college to or any road. So we have to write C to Q, C to Q, you write it. Okay, and instrument numbers, how many, that is what is the instrument number, you write it at 1, and you have to write date, whatever the date it is there. Okay, and serial number we have to write 1, and station, which station it is, station A, and how much distance we are taking. Starting distance is 0. Okay, whatever the readings we are getting backside, that is 0. Something we write 0.21, and intermediate readings you get 1.2. okay, so then after whatever the readings we have to calculate, we have to, if it works in the positive, we have to write here and we have to write here. Okay, so reducer level will be 100. okay, if it is given, no problem. If not given, we have to take. Then if it is any other points we are getting, change point 1 or any benchmark, okay, we have to write in this remarks column. So this is rise and fall method. In this we will do, we will have the height of collimation will be there in this here. Two methods will be there for these calculations. One is height of instrument method, that is adding, and in rise and fall method we will have the positive and negative, that is nothing but adding and subtracting. So this is a sample field book, please note it. So final summary, we have discussed about today principle of leveling, simple leveling, differential leveling. So small problems you can see here. If the RL of HI is 100 meters and the staff reading on a ground point is 2.00 meters, the RL of the point occupied by the staff is, how much we will get? Height of the instrument is given, staff reading on the ground point is given. So what we have to do? What is the answer we will get here? Can you calculate? 100.00. So we have to do minus or plus, because HI is given ground point. We have to point the RL. So we have to do the minus. We will get the answer as C. So answer is C, 98.000. So here 100.000 minus 2.00. We will get 98.0. So this is the answer. So here we use the formula, that is HI minus FS, or whether it is the intermediate side. What we have got now? We have got the RL. So next one, if the staff readings on 2 points A and B from a leveling instrument are 2.460 and another one is 1.420, the difference of elevation between the points A and B is, what is the difference between A and point B is? That is, what is the answer? Can you calculate? The staff reading between the 2 points are there. So 2.46 and 1.420. So we have to calculate between the 2 points, that is 2.460 minus 1.420. Then you will get 1.04 meters. So the answer is A. That is A lower. Okay. So that is nothing but the difference between the 2 points. So frequently asked questions for examinations are: explain by the aid of sketch the principle of leveling. The sketch diagram of the simple leveling is very important, and the distinguish between simple leveling and differential leveling. So we have some differences between also. So I will be explaining in the upcoming class the differences between simple leveling and differential leveling. Okay. So let us see now. Continue the class. Now see the topic of booking staff readings. Okay. Booking the staff reading, how to book the staff reading in field book, and reduction of levels by HI method, that is called height of instrument method. So upon completion of this period, you will be able to know, that is, know the rules to be followed while booking the staff readings, how to book the staff readings, and calculation of RLs, problem on HI method. So we have discussed about, that is, principle of leveling, simple leveling, differential leveling. So how to booking the staff readings? The following steps should be noted while booking the staff readings. This is very important. In the field book, every civil engineer should maintain the rules. So here the first entry in the level book in any page is a backside, and the last entry is a fourth side. Remember, this is a very important thing. The first reading whatever you are taking, that is called back side, and the last reading which is taken in the required cases, that is called fourth side. All the readings should be entered in the level field book in the respective columns as soon as they are taken. So when you taken the instrument measurement from the instrument level, so you have to note it as soon as possible. So you should not write later or any you should forget to write the reading. So if you forget the reading or if you write any mistake, the total leveling will be disturbed and the calculations will get the wrong. Okay. And the third one is the foreside and backside are recorded in the same line at the change points. So the foreside and backside, whatever when we kept the instrument on the ground, so we have to take the foreside and backside recording the change points same. The height of instrument should be noted on the same line as backside. So that is HI is equal to RL of benchmark plus BS. So if the last reading is an IS on a page, that is intermediate side, it is entered in IS in the column and FS on the next page. It is entered in the back side and IS in columns. So here we have to remember this fifth point carefully. If the last reading is on an intermediate side on any page, okay, any page, it is entered in the IS column. After that we have to write the FS fourth side in the next page, that it is entered in the back side and IS in columns. So what does this indicate? Why we are writing like this? It indicates a virtual shift of the instrument and enables the arithmetic check on all pages. So writing in this like, it is then nothing but change point whatever we are occurring. So that's why we will write it for the arithmetic check in all the pages. And the sixth point, brief discussion with sketches of benchmarks, change points and other important points should be given in the remarks column. So in the remarks column, it is the very important thing we have to write which is a change point 1 or 2 or 3. How many change points you get? That is nothing but changing the instrument station from 1.1 ampere. And benchmarks, if it is given we have to write, if it is not given we have to calculate and we have to write. Okay, and we have to write the RLs also. So every reading we have to mention in the field book compulsory. Note, you may note that field book is an important legal notebook as all the calculations and subsequent payments are made based on this book only. So this is very important notice regarding to every engineer in the practical as well as in the by outside the working as a company worker. So based on the field book measurements only the calculations will be done and the payments for the labor, okay, the daily wages persons who are working in the site premises, for them it will be calculated in the depending upon the field book only. So we will calculate the field book measurements, how much work they have done, how much quantity of work they have done, we will be calculated from this field book only. So that's why the field book is a major book for the every civil engineer in the construction sites. So this field book we have to follow compulsory everything. If any small mistake occurs, that mistake will be happen to the whole site work. Okay. So now reduction of levels or elevation. So the reduced levels of the various points from the observed shaft readings are obtained from following two methods, that is height of collimation method and rise and fall method. So now in this class we are going to see height of collimation method. So in upcoming classes we are going to see the rise and fall method. So based on these two methods we are having so many problems, and in these two methods the problems which are coming are very important. So first one, let us see height of collimation, HC or HI, height of instrument method. We can call anything. So height of collimation is obtained at every setup by adding the backside reading to the known elevation of the point, either benchmark or change point. Okay, so we can be adding from the backside whether it is the benchmark that is given or change point is given. So from that we will be taking. So that is HI is equal to RL of benchmark plus BS. The reduced levels of intermediate points and the first change point, first 4 side reading are obtained by subtracting the intermediate side readings and 4 side reading from the height of collimation established at the first setup. So these reduced levels will be calculated from the back side and HI height of the instruments, and from the intermediate sides and the 4 side. So that is called the formula, as we have discussed in the previous classes. RL is equal to HI minus IS or FS. So next, when the instrument is shifted to the second position, a new plane of collimation is set up. That is, the levels of two planes of collimation are correlated by means of taking foreside and backside readings on the same point before and after the shifting of the instrument respectively. This point is known as change point. Okay, as we have said, that is nothing but on a ground level the instrument is fixed here. So whatever the readings we are taking on the benchmark, so this will be the first reading BS. Okay, and again if you get here, that will be the IS, and this will be the FS. And if the instrument is changed to the another point, we see the readings here on the FS. So this will be the BS again, and from this again another point we will get, that is known as FS. So whatever we are getting FS and BS meeting at a point, this is called change point. So that is known as, here taking foreside and backside readings are known as change point. As we know, these are all station points. Okay, and these are known as RLs. So now new HI is to be calculated as usual, explained in the first point. So the RL of the successive points are obtained by subtracting the respective stop readings from the second height of collimation. So the process is repeated until all reduced levels are worked out. On completing the reduction of levels, the accuracy of arithmetical work can be checked as follows. So after completion of doing the all calculation of RLs, we can check whatever the answer is correct or not. So the difference between the sum of backside and fourth sides should be equal to the difference between first reduced level and last reduced level. So there is a difference that is known as sigma BS. Okay, it is written sigma BS. So sigma BS means sigma backside minus sigma foreside is equal to last reduced level minus first reduced level. So this will be taken in the field book. So this is the, we have to apply check in this, then we will get the answer. So whatever the answer we are getting, that will be equally checked. And this is a table for the calculation method. So you can observe here, this is a station point as we told, BS backside, IS foreside, and this is height of instrument, and this is RL, and this is called remark. So for height of instrument method, this is a table pro forma, and we have the some formulas. So this is the standard calculation. So you can see here in the station A, benchmark first backside is given, that is S1, and benchmark is given, it is called HA. Okay, so to calculate the height of the instrument, so benchmark is given, we don't know the height of the instrument. So to HI, we have to calculate HI, that is HI is equal to which station? HI of station A. It is written, you can see here, A is equal to HA plus S1. So HA means this is the station A plus S1. S1 is backside, that is nothing but HA is what here you can see. RL what is given you can see here. Okay, the RL what is given HA, already RL will be given here something, the HA plus backside is equal to, we will get height of the instrument. Then after we have to calculate the RL of station point here. So if you want to calculate the RL of station point at here, then this is written as small a, small b, okay, and this is small c, and we are having three change points, that is capital A, capital B, and capital C. These are the three station points which are changed here. And after coming to here, S2, this is intermediate side, and S3 intermediate side. So we want to know the RL of this point and RL of this point. So here HA is equal to, HA is what? Height of the instrument. Which one? This is the main thing, okay? HA minus what we have to take? S2. We have to do S2. HA is equal to HA minus S2, then we will get the RL. Same like that, HB, this is the small one, okay, is equal to HA, from this only we have to take, minus S3, that is intermediate side, then we will get here. Then after again we are getting the here RL here, okay. So before getting this RL of station point capital B, and we have to calculate again HA of B, because here change point occurred, that is again backside came, now foreside came. So when the backside comes here, we have to take same formula, that is height of instrument is equal to RL. RL how much given? HB. So where is HB? This RL we have to take. Whatever you got in HB, RL you have to take this one plus S5. S5 is called backside. Okay, then we will get the height of the instrument. Now after getting the height of the instrument, we have to calculate RL. Okay, so RL which is calculated, you can see here. That is height of the instrument already we have got here, okay. Then next, small c we have to calculate at this station RL, that is HC is equal to small hc, station C, height of the instrument B, okay, height of the instrument capital B, what we have got here HIB is equal to minus S6, that is intermediate side, then we will get here another RL, okay. Then after here the last station point which is there capital C, S7. So now we have to calculate capital HC is equal to HIB minus S7. So HIB is we have to take HIB, and after we will get H7 is called foreside. So this is the process we have to do, and after that we have to do totally here S1 plus S5 is equal to total sigma BS, and if S4 plus S7 is equal to total sigma FS. So in this check we have to apply sigma BS minus sigma FS. So last RL is what? This one. This is the last RL. First RL is what? This one is the first RL. So if we apply check here, we will get the answer, that is sigma BS minus FS will be 0. something 1 if you want, and again in the same here also 0.1 you have to get. So then this is check will be okay. So this is the height of the instrument method process. We have to do in this way the calculation. This is then a symbol of a proforma calculation. How to calculate? This is a proforma. Okay. So in the next class we are going to see the height of instrument method problems. Okay. So this is the field book, and thank you.